to this day, I've never seen a pregnant Chinese lady. Like, I think it's actually genuinely true. Like, I've never, ever seen them in my life. It's like the minute they get pregnant, they just disappear from the earth. Then they come back with a baby. How do they do it? They keep their privacy.
Bro, straight up, I've never seen a pregnant Chinese woman either. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, where do all the pregnant Chinese women go? This is my kind of conspiracy theory.
It comes from China.
Here's a story I never thought I'd tell on this show. Drake, the rapper, is obsessed with classically Abby, Ben Shapiro's sister. Now that everyone has fallen back in love with Sienna Miller thanks to Anatomy of a Scandal, let me tell you about the wild breakup tea of Sienna and Jude Law that rocked the early 2000s. Amber Heard has fired her entire PR team, and we'll wrap up today with Hot Take Tuesday. I'm Alex Clark, and this is POPlitics. This has got to be the juiciest story that intersects politics and pop culture we've had in a long time. Maybe ever. Drake the rapper is a horn dog for Ben Shapiro's conservative trad wife sister, classically Abby.
Hold up.
This isn't some tabloidy internet rumor either. Honey, Rolling Stone is writing about it. People figured out a few days ago that Drake only follows 2,714 accounts on Instagram. One of them is classically Abby. Rolling Stone noted how Drake's left-leaning fans were just shocked by this, but that they shouldn't be because Abby has, quote, become something of an unlikely, somewhat abashed sex symbol for people on the left side of the political spectrum. Okay, isn't this juicy? Just wait, it gets better. Recently, a pic of Abby at her baby shower went viral because of how voluptuous she looked. Rolling Stone suggests that there is a thirst trap appeal leftists have towards conservatives whose politics they hate. They think they're attractive but loathe their politics, so they think, to put it bluntly, they can bang the bad politics out of them.
What?
In short, Drake thinks Abby Shapiro is hot and more than likely is fascinated by her classic conservative views.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
Abby is in on the fun, by the way. She tweeted, classic conservative women are so much more appealing than leftists that even their postpartum, non-thirst content gets a follow from Drake. I can't stress this enough. Watch Anatomy of a Scandal on Netflix. 10 out of 10, I loved it. But what I also loved was Sienna Miller. She's never really been on my radar, but I loved her outfit so much in the series that I became a fangirl real quick. All weekend, I was doing some Sienna Miller deep dives on the internet, and that's when pop culture history slapped me in the face, and I was reminded of one of the biggest scandals of the early 2000s that involved her, the demise of her engagement to Jude Law.
We need to talk about this.
The two got engaged on Christmas in 2004, but literally months later, reports came out that Jude was cheating on Sienna with the nanny of the kids he shares with his ex-wife. Sienna was only 23 at the time and just beginning her rise to fame and performing in a play every night to a live audience. Not only that, but she was in this intense new relationship and newly engaged and in love, and then boom, right in front of the eyes of the world, her love story turned into a nightmare. And get this, the nanny even kept a diary about the affair.
Dear diary, my teen angst bull has a body count.
Sienna was reportedly so humiliated by the ordeal that 6 weeks of her life are completely blacked out from her memory. So you'd think that playing a character who experiences infidelity on Anatomy of a Scandal would be triggering, but Sienna took it as an opportunity to experience a different type of reaction to being cheated on. In some ways, the role has helped her reclaim her past experience and substitute a difficult time with something else. I can't imagine revisiting pain in this way. Sounds like an intense form of exposure therapy, but it obviously worked because she's amazing in the show. And like I said, her fashion in it is chef's kiss. I was obsessed. Speaking of, for you fashionistas out there who also love Sienna in this, she was featured in the fashion documentary called The September Issue years back. It covers some of her Vogue shoot and shows her in more incredible clothes, even if Anna Wintour was super judgy.
There, wow, stay there, don't move, don't move. This is your face, don't move. This is really beautiful, no? I like the freshness of it.
The Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial is the gift that keeps on giving. Amber has fired her entire PR team just days before she's set to testify. Word is it's because she's pissed about all the bad press and bad headlines she's been getting during the trial.
Whose fault is it really?
I think her trying to switch PR teams right before she testifies just shows how crazy she really is. No matter how good of a PR team she is hired to take over, they can't force publications to rewrite headlines, and they can't erase TikToks of witnesses in the trial testifying about what a monster she is. She made her bed with her grumpy, and now she has to lay in it. Sorry, Amber, no PR team can cover your poop stain.
Has anyone seen my Nintendo Switch? I swear to... What the hell are you doing on my bed?
Those aren't the only spicy stories today. Here's a few more headlines you need to know.
Hot Take Tuesday.
It's the end of an era. OK Magazine is the first celebrity tabloid magazine to end weekly publication. My prediction is it's the first to fall of many here soon.
Sean, I'm quite prone to nervousness, so I would appreciate it if you didn't bring in invented stories from those idiotic supermarket tabloids, okay?
Very weird has-been energy from Christina Aguilera. She participated in some kind of virtual event with Nintendo to talk about how she loved playing video games.
Follow me, Mom.
Slow down, hold on.
Yeah, climb up the hill.
Oh my gosh, how'd you get so good?
When are you coming home?
I'll be there tomorrow. We're gonna have game night.
JonBenet Ramsey's father went off about his late daughter's case at CrimeCon over the weekend, saying that there's a petition to have more items in the case tested for DNA that haven't been tested yet so they can catch the killer. Kind of weird that he's still going with this I don't know who did it narrative, even though absolutely everyone else knows it was his son and his wife covered it up.
I wanna be a cowboy sweetheart.
She's the adorable little girl whose murder has baffled investigators for the last 25 years.
God bless America.
We've talked about breast implant illness quite a bit lately on the show because it keeps coming up in headlines. And now, Danica Patrick has had to get hers removed after she was getting severe symptoms like hypothyroidism, heavy metal toxicity, adrenal fatigue, temperature sensitivity, face swelling, weight gain, and her hair loss. She even posted a picture hours after removing her implants to show the difference of her face swelling. It seems like more and more we're hearing from women who regret getting breast augmentation.
My breasts would have been bigger, but I had an eating disorder in year 8, so they didn't develop properly.
We are now a month out from YWLS. I have talked to a few of you recently who are still wondering if you should take the leap and go, even if it's by yourself. The answer is yes. Get details on the whole event, tpusa.com/YWLS. Use code POPlitics for a discount. That doesn't work on the VIP tickets, but it will work on the others. Tonight, we're actually going to be doing a live stream on our POPlitics Instagram with Lauren Tonsett. She is the director of events at TPUSA, so that we can get all of the random questions that you guys have about the event answered, from what to wear to what to expect and how safe the event is. So that's happening at 4:30 if you're watching this on time at 4 p.m. Eastern. Heart this episode or give it a thumbs up. Do you find yourself attracted to guys on the left because you want to fix them? And do you think all men secretly want to be with a conservative woman? Obviously, I would say yes. DM this episode to a Drake fan, see what they think about this Abby Shapiro story and why he is following her, and then tap the save button. We're back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. I'm Alex Clark, and this is POPlitics.
Clearly, POPlitics is best served visually, but you can also listen to POPlitics if you just want the audio. Subscribe to us anywhere you get your podcasts: Apple, Spotify, iHeart, TuneIn, and more. Also, make sure that if you are listening to the podcast version, you leave us a 5-star review. And don't forget, subscribe to POPlitics on YouTube.